Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling well, feeling blessed, feeling safe, feeling high vibrational, feeling protected and respected and secure. Now in this video, we'll be connecting with the energy of Mother Gaia, and we'll see what messages and guidance she has to bring forward for us today. And this will just be looking at any messages that she has to give for May 2021. And we'll be beginning with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. Okay. Now, before I just was coming on camera, I don't know why, but there was a very light-hearted energy. I was feeling very giggly and jokey and just very innocent and childlike. The Journey. As this cards came out, I'm also seeing the Fool in the Tarot. And I'm hearing enlightenment. And I just feel like there's an energy of breaking free. I'm getting breaking free from the shackles. Now this feels a lot to do with creativity and also self-expression. There's an energy of breaking free, but not necessarily breaking free, but it's getting through the dark times or getting through the trauma or just getting through the pain or the sadness via your creativity. And what energy is showing me is they're showing me myself dancing. And recently I've begun dancing again, and dancing was something that I used to do as a kid, not religiously or anything like that, but I'm not a trained dancer or anything like that, but I just had moments in my childhood where I would dance or went to dance or whatever. And recently, the last few weeks, I've just begun dancing again, and it's kind of helping me through past wounds and getting through some of my own childhood trauma. But it showed me that it's this energy of breaking free. If you can see how the wings, it's this individual is so tied up in their emotions, but actually accessing their emotions is enabling them to be free in the mind. So whilst they may be physically trapped in terms of feeling, because for some reason I'm getting this energy of sometimes when our emotions come up we get physically paralyzed, but this is showing me that when we get physically paralyzed, there's an opportunity for us to go within the mind and really acknowledge what is there to become free, with the wings being on the crown. Okay. Let's read the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Sorry, the book. The Journey. The Essence. The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday, it is a call to be hermit-like and go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or roads. So yes, when you are accessing, when you are going within and connecting with your emotions, connecting with your pain, connecting with your darkness, there is this sense of being stuck, this sense of being trapped. But this is letting us know that, again, there are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. The journey is not a holiday, it is a call to be hermit-like, to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. It's just about, and if you do go on to the, let me just explain. It's the journey is not a holiday. It is painful, it is hard. You may feel that you do get emotionally paralyzed just from acknowledging your pain, or just may feel stuck or stagnant, or that you can't get through it. But when you go on the journey, there's freedom. You may not know how, you may not see the freedom, but the freedom is there. The freedom becomes a part of you because it's a part of your crown chakra. I hope that makes sense. I hope I feel like I didn't express that very clearly, but okay. Let's continue reading. The invitation. The time to embark on the journey is here. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led through. Even when you are not sure of where you are going, it is the departure that is most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost, and another ship may not arrive for a long time. This is basically saying that this very sorry, I don't know why my words are not coming out so clearly. 555 on the clock, what I'm looking at. I feel Mother Gaia is saying that right now we're being called to really access our emotions, access our pain. But what she's saying is she wants us to work through our pain using creativity. See, okay, she's showing me the flow of creativity, the energy one creates when we are being creative. There's a healing element up to that. She's also showing me the transmutation of energy, and it's what she's showing me is somebody's pain being drawn on paper, and when they are drawing, it's like, I can't explain it, but the energy is entrapped within the paper. Well, it's not trapped in the paper, it's just now being expressed and became something physical as an image. And that's something healing about that. And she's saying for us to, like, with creativity, there is no route. This is why it says, fearlessly draw on your own navigational chart as you discover the route. Basically saying, go on the journey. And you may find that once you go on the journey, once you start facing your fears, once you start facing your pain, that you'll become free. Or that we will become free. Energy saying that, don't forget, like, even on a collective level, they're saying that these messages resonate on a collective level too. Okay. The medicine. The journey is calling you, but the time is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Remember that the point of the journey is not the destination, it's who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. I'm so sorry that my reading is not very clear. I don't know. I'm not the best reader anyway, but for some reason right now my words are just not flowing out of me clearly. What I'm feeling with this is, again, energy is just basically telling us that we can't have a rigid idea of, they're saying, healing and how healing looks and how one is to heal. This bringing me to, like, counselling and traditional ways of healing in terms of society, and they're saying that there is a increase in the creative arts or just self-expression in terms of healing. However, there needs to be a larger focus on creativity and its power to heal. And they're saying its ability to cultivate healing. Let's pull one or two cards from the Good Tarot in terms of the Journey card. Let's see what Mother Gaia is saying. For some reason, I'm being brought to like conception, and what I feel Gaia was basically just saying to me was that everything is from is based on creativity. Everything comes from creativity, or a creative spark, or a creative energy. And then I was brought to like when your vessel is formed, or when a baby is formed, and I was seeing the mother and the father's features, and then energy said, or Gaia said, what, who or what decides which features or what components are going to be selected for this child to, like this vessel, what is it, what decides of how it's going to look, if that makes sense. And then it was more so like creativity itself decides. I don't know how, what that even, like what creativity is, but quite often like energies can present themselves as like a, not a physical being, but as a entity. Like sometimes like I can see anger, if I see anger in somebody, or energy trying to express like somebody's got anger, sometimes like anger can actually manifest as a physical being or a physical entity or an energy, if that makes sense. It's like creativity decides, the spark decides, but it's like that spark is the mind, or that spark is intuition, or that spark is clear knowing, or it just is. I don't know. There's like a, see, there's like a current, a flow that just happens, and it's like the journey when you don't have expectation. And it is also saying that, why do we have expectation of how children are going to look, because they never end up coming out how we expect them to look. Even when the child comes out looking like both parents, and we expect the child to look like both parents, the child never comes out looking how we expect them to look. That's what energy is saying. They're saying also, expectation brings disappointment. Those parents that have expectation of how the child look, or will look, or should look, or how they hope the child to look, when the child comes out, they are sometimes disappointed. Not a lack of love, just disappointed in the fact that the child doesn't come out the way they expected or the way they wished. And then for some reason, energy saying that can be painful, but that's self-inflicted pain. They're saying like release expectation again. 9 of fire. Again, not again, but this is again like the journey, the hermit card, going within, finding the light. I'm getting like star ancestors. Maybe I need to connect with ours, or I need to research star systems, or like the Pleiades, or different beings. I'm just getting this intuitive sense like these higher beings are trying to communicate, almost like they're in the stars, but it's also like they're also here, but I need another card. See, Gaia is saying that they're always here, they're always around, but it's about what you are tuned into. And they're saying like also going on the journey will let you know or discover or realize what you're tuned into, or what you need to tune into, or who you need to tune into. And for some reason that feels like a deity. Like everybody has a deity, or everybody has, and they say not a god, but a religious influencer that can help them, assist them, guide them, be with them, make them feel safe, or It's more so about like assisting them vibrationally. Messenger of air. Yes. It's like the guides are here, or to assist vibrationally. But again, there's a need to quiet the mind with this card. But also, like, emotions are being brought up again. For some reason, it feels like energy, Gaia, she wants us to really focus upon our emotions. I just feel like there's Fortune's Wheel. Okay, I feel like they're bringing me back to another reader, another message that they've given before in another video. Something about the need to clear certain blockages before a portal, or before like a energetic gateway opens, or before a certain kind of energy comes in. Again, this is like energy of the heart center. And I just feel like Christ consciousness. If I'm being honest. And I'm even getting like Krishna consciousness. Temptation. That of the heart. That of emotions. Okay. There's great reward in the healing of emotions, great reward in the healing of the heart space, great reward in the expansion of the heart space with this treasure chest. Okay, for some reason, energy saying, will you be tempted by the great reward? And for some reason, energy is like, I just heard somebody say like, what's the reward? And then energy already gave me the answer, the journey. Remove expectation. Also remove the expectation of the destination, meaning remove the need to know what the reward is. The reward will be something that you will find, something that you will attain, you will achieve, you will grasp. Like we said, when you access your emotions, when you face your fears, your worries, you may not feel free. You may not see the freedom, you may not see the peace of the healing or the transformation that is occurring, but it's there. It becomes a part of you. You may not feel it physically, but energetically, the freedom is there. The growth is there, the expansion is there, the transformation is there. Okay. Let's move back to the mystical shaman oracle deck and see what we have coming out from this deck. From Mother Gaia for May 2021. The spiral. Now spirals for me are always about cycles, but also portals and gateways and openings and portals. Sorry, I think I already said portals. I'm hearing the Eye of Horus with this. The Eye of Horus. Now that's bringing me to like intuition and the mind. Let's have another card. In fact, let's pull another card from the Good Tarot for this spiral. The Nine of Air. Again, a cycle. Okay, I'm hearing listen to the guides, listen to the angels. And what that feels to me, it's like we all need to be listening to our spirit teams. And not just our spirit teams, just even our loved ones that have crossed over. There's just this sense that they are trying to help us in terms of clearing emotions, clearing, I want to say, emotional ties. Now, I was getting karmic ties, but it felt more like emotional ties attached to karmic people, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily cutting off the relationship, it's more so releasing certain emotional bonds that are negative to certain people so that you can continue to have healthier relationships, or that we can have healthier relationships. Let's read the book for the spiral. 50. The spiral. The essence. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape, in the form of a coiled serpent, has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until exhausted paradigms dissolve in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. Now that makes sense with what we were saying about the journey and going within the mind, tapping into the emotion, tapping into feelings and clearing these emotional wounds. Again, with what it was saying about the spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens, about transmuting negative emotions, about transmuting negative ties into positive energy, or just releasing and just kind of having freedom. Again, it's like the healing is out of the mind, the freedom comes out of the mind. The invitation: to renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time, and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. Basically, energy is just reminding us to, again, have trust in the journey, have trust in your guides, have trust in your healing, have trust in your pain, but also allow yourself to be vulnerable. New skin is vulnerable. New skin is delicate. It doesn't got no wear and tear, so it may be sensitive to touch because it's not toughened up yet. And again, it's like, allow yourself to go through the stages, allow yourself to go through the journey. So when we're feeling weak, when we're feeling tired or scared, allow ourselves to feel these emotions, allow ourselves to also acknowledge these emotions so that we can work through them, so that we can work with them. When it's saying trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. Okay, the medicine. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the focus of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. Using stones, twigs or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you enter, feel recharged for your new journey. So that's basically just some guidance, some advice, a practice that you can attempt if it feels right for you, of course. For some reason, the energy is also showing me something simple that we can all do. And they're saying that if you have a spiral of any kind, even a small one just like this, or even if you just use your palm, just to follow the spiral. And as you follow the spiral, you imagine yourself walking in the same direction of the spiral. They're saying that's for those who don't have the time or the tools to be able to create such a large spiral and do all the turns and everything. Okay. Let's pull a few more cards. In fact, there was something actually within this that I wanted to say. Let me just find it. So yeah, with that part of about in the medicine, when it was saying about the spiral announces a descent into the depths and a rebirth, allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the focus of your nature are and the forces of nature are supporting you in this endeavor. This is just confirmation that, again, the guides, other beings from other star systems are assisting us at this time. For some reason, I'm getting the energy from the galactics or these star beings that something's very important. For some reason, it's very, very important that we are clearing our baggage or our collective baggage, our emotional wounds, our darkness, or that we are just embracing our shadow into us. For some reason, there needs to be a whole embrace of the shadow, because we're preparing for something and they are preparing me for something. Sorry, not me, they're preparing us for something, but that's just the way that just felt. But they're preparing us for something. And they're saying, get ready, it's coming, the energy is coming. But we need to continue clearing. Okay. Let's pull some final cards with the Moonology Oracle deck. And then I think we'll leave this connection with Mother Gaia here. Conclusions are within reach. As this has just come out, I just got that a collective understanding is going to also come in to play. Full moon eclipse. I just feel that there's answers that we're going to receive, or certain things that we're going to be made aware of. A new romantic cycle begins, a win-win forecast is... Sorry, a win-win outcome is forecast. I don't know why I can't speak today. A win-win outcome is forecast. New moon in Libra and full moon in Libra. So I feel like the balance is being brought to earth, or harmony is being brought to earth. Again, a collective understanding is being brought. For some reason, there's just this energy of balancing the tide or balancing the current. And for some reason, I'm seeing that when this energy comes in, I just literally saw some people said eye just burst open, but when their third eye opened, their actual eyes lit up in purple. It was like, wow. And it's like everyone's just going to have clear knowing. Show the world the real you. It's like we're going to remember who we are, or we're going to know who we are. So everybody becomes a bit more intuitive, everybody becomes a bit more sensitive, everybody becomes a bit more emotional, but not in terms of like being sad, just more connected. Everyone is more in a flow state. We have a new start is coming, new energy is coming to earth, and again we're being reminded, or we're being nudged to clear our wounds, to embrace our shadow. Embrace our shadow, our complete shadow. Can we have one final card? That's so funny because I was feeling like energy may wanted to move to another deck, but then I thought, let me just pull one final card because I want to film a few other videos today. And she was like, but we're not finished, so they just shoved all those cards out. You're very close to achieving your goal. Definitely, answers are coming in. Answers are coming in. Expect powerful change. This is about our emotions and acknowledging our emotions. And remember, they were saying before that, Gaia was saying before that if we acknowledge our emotions, if we acknowledge our pain, then there is treasure, there's reward. There's reward. Expect powerful change. You may not know how it's going to come. You may not even see the reward, but know that there's always reward for acknowledging your healing and acknowledging your pain or acknowledging your darkness and embracing your shadow. But I send my gratitude to Mother Gaia, to energy, to you for being present with me. I send you peace and love. Peace and love. Ashe. Peace and love. So at the end of the video with Gaia and myself, towards the end when I was pulling the last card, I mentioned that Gaia and energy was saying that we wasn't finished, and it just came to my attention that we wasn't finished because we didn't do a channeled message from Gaia herself. So I just came back to do that now. So we're just going to close our eyes, invite Mother Gaia in and see what message she has to give. Peace and love. Bonds are being formed between yourself and your neighbor. Energetic bonds are being tied from yourself and your neighbor. Bonds between yourself and the animals, bonds between yourself and nature, bonds between yourself and the trees. These bonds have always existed and have always been a part of you, and have always been a part of the matrix and the workings. However, these bonds are being ignited, these bonds are being heightened, which means that you will feel them. You will feel a deeper sense of connectedness to the plants, to the animals, to the natural world. The natural world is you. The natural world is you with your eyes open. The natural world is what your eyes do not see. You are made up of feelings and emotions and experiences that shape your reality, that shape your understanding of your reality. It's important that we clear away the debris. Positive memories have a way of affecting and shaping our reality in a positive way. Therefore, we tend not to go back to our positive memories to clear them or to remove anything from them. But when it comes to our negative memories or our dark emotions or our sadness or our pain, there is a need to go back and look over these things and to clear these things, because again, they shape our reality and our understanding of the reality that we are living. It's important to go back to clear these emotional wounds, to clear trauma, to clear darkness, to embrace the shadow, so that we can remove the filters, so that we can have clearer sight, so we can have clearer understanding of our individual and collective reality. Going back and clearing the past, and not everything within the past, but that pulls your understanding or your vibration down. Going back and clearing these things will remove filters and enable you to feel, hold and embody more love, and be more love and express more love. Your body holds light, your vessel holds light, you are a vessel of light, you are a human torch here on earth. I thank you every day. I send gratitude to you and those that are on a journey of healing and are on a journey of love and light towards the planet and towards all that live here on earth. I send my gratitude to you because your light is most definitely necessary and most definitely transformative. I thank you. I send you peaceful vibrations. Mother Gaia. Ashe. Thank you for joining. Peace and love. Ashe.